The single greatest skill that separates broke people from the wealthy people is not intelligence or luck. It's mastering the psychology of money. If you want to build real wealth, you need to break free from these 6 limiting beliefs that are keeping you stuck. These aren't just ideas, they are subconscious patterns that control your financial decision every single day. I was surprised myself. How is this possible? But yes, when I changed my limiting belief regarding money, I was able to get 3 times the payment for the same job done. My thought process started getting developed towards trading time for money, meaning for the same time, how can I earn more? I was always thinking in those directions. And as we go through them, think about which one of these is running in your life right now. At the end of each, I'll give you simple action steps to help you start shifting it immediately. So let's start. The first limiting belief keeping you broke or poor is called money script. Every financial decision that you make, what job you took, or how much you charge, how do you feel when you spend, is controlled by this invisible script that you did not even probably write yourself. This is backed by actual science. Financial psychologist Dr. Braid Klontz and his team identified 4 main money scripts that predicts how people behave with money. These scripts are usually formed in childhood, long before you're consciously even thinking about finances. The first money script is money avoider. Money avoiders believe that money is bad or they don't deserve it. They often sabotage their own success and feel guilty about wanting more. You might hear these phrases like, rich people are greedy, or money is the root of all evil. For me, I was actually in this first category. That's money avoiders. I always used to feel that if I get more money, I will become evil. I will have all the bad habits, and even when I got a higher package, my thought process was my life is going to be miserable because I will have to work more. When I changed this belief, I actually changed the whole life course. I felt more confident with money. With or without money, you can still have good relationship, good career, and amazing happiness. But with money, it's just better. The second money script is money worshippers. They think that more money will solve all their problems and bring happiness. They chase money obsessively but never feel like they have enough. Always moving along with the goalpost. I want 1 million, then 100 million, then 1 billion. It's never going to stop. Third money script is money status. These people tie their self-worth to their net worth. They overspend to keep up with their appearances and they feel anxious when others seems wealthier. Research links this script to a lower self-being and unfortunately they are unhappy because of the constant reminders and comparisons. The fourth one is money vigilant. These are the people who are the chronic savers. They feel constant anxiety about the future. They often secretly save money and never truly are secure. You might be a mix, but which one resonates with you the most? Think about it. Think about the phrases that you have heard growing up, like money does not grow on tree. Be grateful for what you have. Or rich people are greedy. These aren't just neutral lessons. They are other people's belief that got wired into your subconscious. For me, I was in the first category, that is money avoiders. And I was always surrounded by poor people who felt that whosoever had more money, they are either doing some wrong act or maybe somewhere related with the gangsters. The best and the easiest way to overcome this money script is simply just write your earliest memory about money. What did your parents say? Or how did you behave around it? That's likely your core script. And then rewrite it with a new empowering one. That is, money is the tool that lets you create freedom and help more people. Associate positive feelings with the new narrative and watch how your behavior starts to get aligned with the new feeling. The second limiting belief is wealth ceiling. You will unconsciously sabotage your bigger opportunity if your self image is still capped at the lower level. Your self concept act is like a thermostat for your income. If you see yourself as someone who earns or handles a certain amount of money, you will thrive to maintain at the same level, not to go above it. This idea is shown by the psychological research on identity and behavior. Your internal view of yourself regulates your financial outcomes like a thermostat in a room set at a particular temperature. If your identity is I'm scrappy and I'm just going to get by this, you will find yourself in struggles. But if you are someone who can create and manage wealth with ease, you will start acting the same way to make it happen. So for this one, write it down that I'm the kind of person who, and then finish that sentence with honesty of your current financial identity. And then draw the line and write on the other side that I am the kind of person who builds and manages wealth with ease. Every time you face a financial decision, pull up that statement. Remind yourself of that new identity. Over time, your income and the opportunity will rise to match your expanded self image. For me, I was the kind of person who always lacked with the financial knowledge to earn more. And when I changed the script that I can manage wealth with ease, I started becoming less conscious about my own image and started working towards achieving something that can help me earn even better. Third limiting belief is buying liabilities instead of assets. This limiting belief keeps you thinking that you are buying liability instead of asset, but sometimes we are not even knowing the difference about it. You were programmed to consume, not to build. As Robert Kiyosaki explains in his book Rich Dad Poor Dad, that the rich buy assets while the middle class buys liabilities and mistake them for assets. Simple definition is an asset puts money in your pocket, while a liability takes money out of pocket. Common example, your car, usually a liability. It depreciates plus fuel, then insurance and maintenance. Your primary home, often a liability. Mortgage or taxes, repairs, it does not even generate income. A course that you took to build a high income skill is an asset. It increases your earning power. Rental property, again an asset because it generates monthly cash flow. Designer item or unused equipments, typically liability. Even cash sitting idle can become a liability due to inflation. Review your last 10 purchases. Label them as asset or liability honestly. Next time you buy something, ask, does this put money in your pocket eventually or take it out? Filter every spending decision often through this lens, and your wealth will start compounding. The fourth limiting belief is scarcity mindset. Now, it can literally make you think less clearly. You either operate from scarcity or abundance. Humans are wired for scarcity. See, it helped our ancestors survive. But in today's world of abundant opportunity, leaning onto it holds you back. Research by Senthil Mulainathan and Adler Shafir shows that the scarcity shrinks your cognitive bandwidth, your mental capacity for planning, problem solving, and a long term thinking. When you feel resources are limited, you make worse decisions. Focus only on the short term and see the opportunity as threat. Scarcity says there's never enough. I need to protect what I have. And if I win, I lose. While abundance says there's always more to create. I can invest, I can give, and I can take calculated risk because opportunities are everywhere. Become aware of When you make a decision from fear that I cannot afford it versus how can I afford it? Is this possible? Reframe those statements immediately and you will shift from how do I protect what I have to how do I create more. Train yourself to see money, skills, and opportunities as renewable and compounding. I grew up in a lower middle class family and I always had this scarcity mindset because I did not even have anything in abundance. But when I chose my first car, I bought Mercedes-Benz E250 thinking that eventually I will have enough. And frankly speaking, it helped me to gain more interest towards money. The fifth limiting belief is loss aversion. The tendency to avoid risk so strongly that you stay stuck. Nobel Prize winning research by Daniel Kahneman and Amos Tversky in the prospect theory shows that the pain of losing $100 feels twice as bad as the pleasure of gaining $100. This is why people hold onto the losing investment, stay in the dead end job or bad relationship, avoid negotiating raises, or even skip investing altogether. The fear of loss outweighs the potential gain. Your brain is designed to protect what you have, not pursue what you could have. Reframe every potential loss as tuition. A failed investment or a decision isn't a loss. It's a payment for education that you can make yourself far more in the future. This shift turns fear into learning and frees you from taking smarter risk. The last limiting belief and the most important one is the time trap. Most people spend their lives trying to save money, which ironically keeps them from making more of it. Money multiplies, but time does not. Wealthy people understand this and focus on buying time instead of saving pennies on the low value tasks. If you earn or you want to earn, say, $100 an hour, and you're spending 2 hours on a task worth $20 an hour, that is not saving money, it's costing you opportunity. Wealthy people hire help, automate, delegate, not because they are lazy, but because their time is better spent on high leverage activities. Poor and middle class mindset often trade hours directly for dollars and do everything themselves to save money. So, what do? Calculate your hourly rate. Whatever is your annual income, you divide that by 2000 work hours and then audit your time. What tasks are you doing that are far less than the rate? Start buying time back. Even small delegation can even create massive leverage and freedom. For me, I always used to fight with my family on daily chores that I did not want to do it. Because when I realized this fact that doing daily chores while I can just read a book, I felt that I'm spending a lot of time in gaining something or wasting more time. I eventually had to convince my family that no more cooking, cleaning floors, or utensils. Let's hire someone. And frankly speaking, when we made those changes in our life, that freedom that we had eventually helped gain much better money. That freedom is important and you will save a lot of your time. These six limiting beliefs aren't set in stone. Once you see them clearly, you can rewrite them. Pick just one shift from this video that feels like it is going to give you biggest gain. Commit to practicing it this week. Whether that's rewriting your money script, labeling purchases as an asset or liabilities, or calculating your hourly rate. The psychology of money is a real game changer. Master your mind and your money will follow. If this resonates, drop a comment with which limiting belief hits you the hardest. And like the video and please subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next one.